Well, hello. Welcome in, everybody. We always do What's New Wednesday. Not a whole lot of new stuff today. I spent about 30 minutes documenting everything that I wanted to talk about and writing it all down. So we'll talk about the token price. We'll talk about Hourglass dismantling. There seems to be a lot of stuff going on about that lately. We're going to talk about Big Time's updated roadmap they just released. Pretty exciting stuff in there. And we're going to talk about just some like holiday updates that they've done. We'll jump right into it. Let's get right into this. Big Time token price. You know, a couple weeks ago, went from 20 cents all the way up to $1, fell down to about 50 cents, and it's been kind of bouncing up and down between 50 cents and 70, touched 80 cents for a second there. If we look at the 4-hour chart, we see that it's kind of, last week it was ranging between like about 60 and 70 cents, but this week we're seeing it kind of ranging, touching right down at 50 cents and up to 60 cents. So kind of seems like it's on a downward trajectory. Not really sure what to expect here. When we look at the daily chart, it kind of does look like it's almost in a buy zone, right? We got the RSIs down almost as low as it was before the big pump up to $1. We haven't seen the daily RSI move down to this sort of area since then. So number go up, number go down, make what you will of it. Who knows, maybe by Christmas Day, we'll all have a little Christmas miracle and Big Time will pump back up to $1. So who knows, guys? We'll just have to see. We will just have to see. The cosmetic crafting event that was going on this past week just ended yesterday, and there hasn't really been anything to replace it yet. So we'll see what they have up their sleeve for crafting events going into the new year. But cracked hourglasses and dismantling has been a big focus for them lately. On the 17th, they put out an update in their game update section on their Discord. They said, hey everyone, we'll be implementing a balance change for dismantling cracked hourglasses. This change is designed to increase the time required for dismantling. Also, instead of a uniform duration for all cracked hourglass rarities, the duration will now slightly increase based on the rarity of the cracked hourglass. I didn't think that was going to be a big deal at first. It turns out it is. I thought it would be like, okay, cracked hourglass takes 3 hours to dismantle now instead of 2. That didn't seem like that big of a deal. But they just boosted it up to 7 hours to dismantle a cracked common hourglass. And I can't even imagine what dismantling a rare would be. So now when you bulk dismantle, it takes 77 hours to dismantle 10 hourglasses, which is insane. Ridiculous. I'm a little bit chapped about that, mainly because I didn't realize that it was gonna, I have a time warden that's crafting for 77 hours right now, and I didn't want that. So that was the first sort of thing we started to see about cracked hourglasses. There was actually a couple things before that, right? So on the 12th, they said, fix an exploit allowing players to dismantle duplicated cracked hourglasses. And then, hey everyone, we've disabled dismantling cracked hourglasses. Now they've been enabled, now they've been disabled. Now we've disabled bulk dismantling. So this past like 10 days, essentially, has been ridiculous. So this has been like a huge problem that has been happening lately. And then we see them do this big balancing thing to change the dismantling of the cracked hourglasses. So if we look at the announcements, we'll also see that yesterday they put out an announcement saying that they have identified a small group of users who had been dismantling false copies of cracked hourglasses, loading Big Time tokens at an unusually fast rate, right? So what this means, what I'm thinking is Big Time changing the dismantling time to try and counteract the fact that they were so thoroughly exploited here that like too much Big Time was put into circulation or something? That's kind of what I'm wondering. It's a pretty crazy change, and I think that the change with how long the dismantling takes might be related to the fact that people were exploiting the hourglass dismantling so much that Big Time has had to take like extra measures. Along with this change and announcing that they've banned all of these exploiters, they said that, you know, breaking TOS will get you banned. Don't cheat, guys. Just because this is a Web3 game doesn't mean it's the Wild West and you get to do whatever you want. And then also they've released this exploit bounty program where you can get rewarded for identifying potential exploits and vulnerabilities. So you can like click on this link here. It'll take you here to the bounty program. We're not going to get into the details of this. You can check this out yourselves. But if you find something that's classified a low severity, you can get between $20 and $50 as a bounty. If you find something medium severity, that's $50 to $250, and high severity is $250 plus. So if you know of an exploit that's, you know, game breaking, I would recommend doing the bounty, guys. We don't don't want this game to break. Nobody does. And next, so Big Time released a blog, Times End blog. It's mainly fluff, honestly. So first things first, Big Time won 3 awards in the Web3 Game Awards. Last year they won Game of the Year. This year, no. What they did win was Best Adventure Game. They won Best RPG and Best Multiplayer Game. So good job. Congrats to them. And there's this whole thing about the audio sound designer. We don't need to go into that. But this is the most exciting thing of the year, in my opinion. You know, we've got roadmap update. Really, really cool, because this means that this is coming soon. We got Epoch City coming soon. We've been waiting for like a full-on city. That's going to be here soon. We finally get female characters coming soon. We finally get social features like DMing, friends list, new chat, and a party finder. So all of that's coming soon. And then I don't even know if I can say this. PvP, guys. PvP is actually coming. And what's that going to mean? I don't even know, but I'm super excited about it. The future content section is like, it's cool, but who knows when or if it's going to happen, in my opinion. So I don't know what to think about the future content section, but at least most of the good stuff is in the coming soon section, and hopefully coming soon is soon. But anyways, super exciting. I really, 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 really want to see these things implemented ASAP. And then finally, this is the final thing we're going to be talking about. They've got a few updates that have come in aside from all the things that I told you about. Okay, so they've added some cool little Christmas themed breakables into the game. You can break them, they have a sound effect, and they've also got these cute little like Santa clockies, Christmas clockies that I think are pretty cool. But one of the things I think that's the most exciting is they've actually released some Christmas themed NFTs. I don't know anything about them. I don't know what they look like. I want to loot one so bad. I want a Christmas themed NFT. They just mentioned it in their Discord update that it's the thing. So that's it. That's the final thing, guys. That was What's New Wednesday for December the 20th. We're going into a new year soon. We'll see what the next week holds. It'll be right before the new year. This is going to be covering Big Time all the way through till past Christmas, and Merry whatever if you celebrate that. See you guys next time.